Welcome everyone to the next of our live Q&A. Live Q&A, man. It's our live strength class. I do so many. I know. I do so many of these things. I forget what we're doing. It's a live strength class. Devlin, nice to have you with us for this afternoon or today's class. You have a good weekend?
Thanks. Yeah, good. All good. Thanks, Brad. Hello, guys. Welcome back, everyone.
Excellent. Yeah, welcome everyone. It's good to have you all with us. A nice full house today as well, as always. If I can just ask everyone to please make sure your microphones are muted just to keep the noise levels down so that everybody can hear Devlin, but also that you keep your cameras on so that Devlin can keep an eye on you and make sure that you're doing everything correctly. Also, just make sure that it is tilted slightly down. So if you're doing stuff on the floor, he's not staring at your ceiling and can't see you. If there are any out-and-out newbies on the call, if you've never been on one of these before, please do let us know in the chat so that Dev can keep a special eye on you. If there are any existing sort of injuries, if you have any knee or shoulder issues or whatever it is, please do let us know in the chat as well, so that Devlin can regress anything if need be. And as we mentioned last week, this Monday class is a bit less intense than the Wednesday and the Thursday. It's supposed to be that way. It aligns with your training plans. So we're talking band and core work across the board, from beginner through to advanced today. Devlin, it's all yours. Take it away.
Brad, thank you. All right, guys. So we're going to be stepping on to a new 3-week cycle in terms of the program and the exercises that we do. Again, nothing completely new and out there, but just mixing it up slightly. So for today's session, you're actually not going to need any equipment. You're just going to need your mat. We're going to do a lot of stuff on the floor. And then if you do have a tiled surface, would be ideal, but not the end of the world. And if you do have a tiled surface, then just a towel or a dishcloth or something close by. And we're only going to use that for some of the foot exercises right at the end of the program, which you've been doing with Shona already, but I'll get to that in a second. So just starting off, we'll start off just digging into a warm-up. I just want to make sure that everyone can still see me. So we're going to start off just doing a little bit of hamstring work. So instead of doing the regular swings, I see some of you were with me on Thursday. So we're going to it's going to be sort of a couple of parts here. So your front leg, you're going to just take a slight step forward and keep your knee nice and straight and lean your weight onto the back leg. So in this case, I'm leaning my weight bent. If I show you a side view quickly, I'm leaning my weight onto my left leg bent, keeping my right leg in front of me nice and straight. And you're just going to lean down and scrape your fingers along the floor. Okay? The whole idea here is that front leg must stay nice and straight. You'll feel your hamstring just trigger slightly, and then you can just swap and alternate sides. Remember, the weight is all leaning on that back leg, and you're just going to do 10 of those for me on each side. You want to keep your front leg nice and straight, shifting your weight back. So Gary, you can bring your feet. So if you just have a look at you can actually have your feet relatively close together, and then just lean back onto the back leg. And that front leg must stay straight. So you want to push your bum far back. There we go. All right, you're just going to do 10 of those on each side for me. Each time, see if you can get a little bit lower. Keeping that front leg nice and straight. If you're finding it too easy, you can actually lift your toe up on that front leg. But that's only if you are finding it nice and easy. Good stuff. Alternate sides. Seeing a lot of tight hamstrings. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm going to just get everyone to stay together on this. All right. The next one we're going to do walkouts. Okay, so I'm actually just going to show you a side view. So you're going to stand feet together, or feet shoulder width apart. You're going to just reach down, hands on the floor. You're going to walk yourself out into a push-up position. And then you're going to walk your feet to your hands and stand up nice and straight. You're going to do 10 of those for me. You want to try and keep your legs as straight as possible the whole time. So, and then small steps, walking your feet back to your hands. and then stand up. So make sure you stand up after each one. So again, legs nice and straight, hands to the floor, walk those hands out, get your body nice and flat, and then small steps, straight legs, back to your hands and standing up. You're doing 10 of those for me, please. Good. Same thing applies. Each rep you do, try and get those feet a little bit closer to your hands. Try to keep your legs a little bit straighter. Good job. Nice work, guys. Those are looking good. I'm seeing some progress as we go there as well, which is good. And get those hamstrings nice and loose as we progress here. Yes, everyone with me. All right. Then the next one we're going to do is the spine rotation. So you're just lying on your back. You're going to have your arms out to the side. Try to keep your shoulders nice and flat. Just lift one leg straight up into the air. So again, you'll just feel your hamstring. And then cross your leg over your body. Come back up to the top and relax. Then alternate and move on to the other side. So leg up. Keep your leg nice and straight across the body. Back to the top and down. And you're just going to do 5 on each side for me. You want to try and keep your shoulders nice and flat. And you want to try and keep your leg as straight as you can. Yep, those are good. So just 5 on each side. That leg that's on the floor, guys, if you can try and keep that leg nice and straight for me as well. All right, so the one that's not active. All right, good stuff. Then 2 more in the warm-up. The first one we're going to do is just a normal hip internal, external rotation. So just standing up straight, so you guys can jump onto your feet for me quickly. And it's just going to happen in 2 parts. So I'm going to work my right hip. So it's just going to be inter hip flexion. You're going to keep your body nice and straight. You're just going to rotate your hip out to the side and bring your leg down. And then from the side, you're going to go up and bring it forward and down. So it's just up, out to the side, down, and then from the side up and forward. Out and back is 1, and you can do 5 on each side for me. You basically want to keep that knee nice and high and big rotations. Flex your toe up towards the roof. And as far as possible, try and keep your upper body nice and straight. So you don't want to be rotating your entire body to the side. You just want your knee and your hips to be moving. Your chest should face the camera. Good work. Okay, so don't rush through these. Make sure you're getting a nice big arch. And it looks like everyone. All right. And then the last one we'll do, again, still for the hips. Let me just move this mat. Okay. So this time, you're going to take a nice wide stance. So your feet wider than your shoulder width apart. Nice wide stance. You can angle your toes out slightly. You're going to go down nice and deep into sort of a sumo hold position. All right. What I want you to do is dig your elbows into your knees. So you're almost pushing your knees away. And just gently, you're going to just shift your weight from left to right. So you're not shifting all your weight onto one leg. You're just doing a gentle rock from left to right. So you can just go 5 or 6 times each way for me. Bob, you can have your feet a bit wider apart. Simon, you can have your feet a bit wider apart. And let's see. Good job. Okay, so just gentle rocks. And as you can have your feet a little bit wider apart as well. All right, good stuff. Nice. All right, starting out, first exercise we're going to do is we're going to work a little bit of shoulder mobility. So I want you just to watch me before we get started. So you're going to just lie down on your stomach, keep your head neutral, so you're looking down the whole time, and you're going to have your arms out in a wide position. All right, out in front of you. I want your thumbs pointing, so you can have your thumbs up pointing towards the roof. And just nice and easy, you're going to just lift your arms up, keeping your arms nice and straight. Your body stays flat on the floor. And you're just going to lift your arms up, hold 2, 3, and relax. Up, 2, 3, and relax. And you can do 12 of those for me, please. So your whole upper body stays, your head should be down, so keep your forehead on the floor. It'll help you keep your body flat. So it's just your arms and your shoulders that are lifting up off the floor. Thumbs pointing up to the roof. You want your head looking down. It keeps your neck nice and neutral, but you don't put any strain on your neck. Good stuff. If you are done, stay in that position because the next exercise is going to be down there as well. I'll just wait for everyone to catch up. Guys, just a reminder, if there is any niggles or if you are struggling with anything, just pop it into the chat. All right, the next one we're going to do is into a back extension. So I'm actually going to show you a side view of this. You're also going to be lying down. I want you looking down at the floor still in that neutral position. This time you're just going to put your hands behind your ears. So guys, you're not pulling on your neck or anything. You're just resting your fingers behind your ears, keeping your feet on the floor. You're just going to lift your upper body up, 2, 3, and relax. So if you have a look, I'm going to do that again. Just have a look at my head is always facing down. So it's up, 2, 3, and down. You don't want to strain your neck. You're not trying to look up. And you're going to do 10 of those for me. Squeeze those glutes nice and tight. Try to keep your feet together. Keep your feet on the floor. Don't let your neck bend up. Good. And don't rush through them. Try and hold 2 to 3 seconds at the top of the movement before relaxing. Good. And as far as possible, you want to try to get your chest up nice and high off the floor. Good stuff. Gonna wait for everyone to catch up. Don't rush through them, guys. Make sure you're doing them properly and holding. All right, great. The next one is one that we're all very familiar with. So just a glute bridge. So you're lying on your back, bending your knees to 90 degrees. You're gonna just put your hands at your sides and just nice and easy, you're gonna lift your hips up nice and high. So nice straight body, squeeze the glutes nice and tight. 2, 3, and relax. You're gonna come up again. 2, 3, and relax. I'll tell you now quickly how many you're doing. So you're doing 12 to 14 reps. If you find those to be very easy, a progression to that is you can just hold your hands together up in the air, straight up in the air, and come up, hold, 2, 3, and relax. That'll just force a little bit more stabilization on the upper body. Good. You can dig your heels into the ground. And you're doing 12 to 14 reps. Nice work, guys. It's looking good. Good. Remember, as you start fatiguing, you might not get your hips up as high. Keep that going. If you want to squeeze those glutes nice and tight. All right, good stuff. Next one, mountain climbers. So again, exercise you guys are familiar with. You're just in that push-up position. You can have your feet about shoulder width apart. Body's nice and flat. And nice and easy, I'm going to just show you the side view. Nice and easy. You're going to just have your right knee come up to your right elbow and back down. And opposite side, left knee to left elbow. Guys, when you do this, keep your body nice and flat. So you don't want to be lifting your bum or dropping your bum. You want to keep nice and flat, knee to elbow, and back down. And you're doing 12 on each side for me, so 24 in total. Try to keep your hips nice and stable as well, that you're not rocking side to side. Those are good. Now, just remember, don't let those hips drop. You want to be squeezing the core nice and tight, pulling your glutes together. Yeah, good stuff. Pulling those belly buttons in. Nice work. Now just watch that your hips don't drop. You want to keep your body just nice and flat. Great. Okay. Then 2 more before we start the cycle again. The toe touches, so legs nice and straight up in the air, and you're just reaching up to touch your toes up and down. 20 quick pulses for me. Remember to breathe out on your way up. So it's just quick pulses. Remember to go up and down on each one. Good. Lisa, keep your legs up in the air for me. So your legs must stay up and you're just moving your arms up to your toes. That's it. Try to keep those legs nice and straight. And it's 20 pulses. So your legs shouldn't be rocky. You want to try and keep your hips nice and stable. So your hips on the floor. Don't bring your legs back to your hands. You want to bring your hands up to your feet rather. Good. And then the last one in the cycle is the crunch combo. So lying on your back, your knees bent, feet on the floor. You're gonna just put your hands on your quads, so on your thighs, and it happens in two parts. So the first one is nice, your chest and your chin facing the roof the whole time. You're gonna just come up so that your fingers roll over to the top of your kneecaps and down, and then up so that your elbows get to the top of your kneecaps. Back fingers to the top, elbows to the top. So that's your combo. You're doing 20 in total. So fingers and elbows is 1 rep, and you're gonna do 20 of those. Sorry, 10 of the combo. So it's 20 crunches in total. Lisa, bring your feet a little bit closer to your bum. That's it. And then you can keep your hands on your quads. So just put your hands on your thighs. That's it. And then just run your hands to the top of your knees and back down. And then try get your elbows back up. So here, guys, obviously the key is to try and keep your feet on the floor as far as possible. Chest out, chin up towards the roof. So we're trying not to round that upper back. Good. Lynn's looking up to the roof, chin up. There we go. Yes, good stuff. Nicola, you can also bring your feet a little bit closer to your bum. Bend your knees a bit more, that's it. Nice work. If you are done, you can grab a quick sip of water, and we're going to go back into the cycle again, starting from the top. Okay, so just a reminder, that first exercise, we're lying face down, arms out to the side, thumbs in that Y position, thumbs pointing to the roof, and it's just the shoulders moving up and down. And you're just doing 12 of those for me. Don't rush through them. It's a nice, slow, controlled exercise. Thumbs up. You want to try and keep your arms nice and straight as well, as far as possible. Good. Zibuyile, so your body and your head must stay on the floor. It's just your arms moving up and down. There we go, that's good. Good work. If you are done, you can go into your back extensions. So fingers just behind the ears, and it's the chest up, hold, 2, 3, and relax. Remember, keeping your feet nice and flat on the floor, and you're doing 10 of these. Good stuff. Feet nice and flat. Remember, your head must stay nice and neutral, so you're looking down the whole time. Good work. Get that upper body nice and high up off the ground. Nice. You can roll over onto your back. And we're into that glute bridge. So knees bent, hands up in the air if you can manage it. If not, just at your sides. And it's just those hips up, squeeze the glutes nice and tight. 2, 3, and relax. Remember, come up nice and high. 2, 3, and relax. Digging those heels into the ground. And you're doing 12 to 14 of these. Good stuff. Good work, guys. Keep that intensity. Hips up, nice and high. All right, then into your mountain climbers. This time, we're gonna add a variation to it. So now we're gonna alternate. So opposite knee, so right knee to left elbow, left knee to right elbow. So you're just crossing underneath you. And you're aiming for 12 on each side. Same thing applies, you wanna keep your bum nice and stable, nice and flat. Don't drop the hips. So right knee to left elbow, left knee to right elbow. Good. Don't rush through these so you can slow them down. Nice controlled movement. Good. That's a nice. Watch the hips from rotating too much. Just on that one, when we do get to the next round, also just try and make sure that your hands are a little bit more underneath your shoulders in that position so that you're not out here putting strain on the shoulders, all right? The next one, you're lying on your back, it's the toe touches. So legs straight up in the air, putting your toes down towards your head, and it's just coming up. You want to keep your hips nice and stable on the floor, and just fingers up to the toes, 20 of those. Good. Remember to keep breathing. Great, and then into your crunch combo. So it's the fingers to the knees, elbows to the knee. Remember, chin up, so imagine there's a string pulling your chin up to the roof, fingers up, elbows to your knees. Fingers to the knees, elbows to the knees. Chest out. Keep those feet nice and flat on the floor. And you're doing 10 combos, so 20 crunches in total. Good. Yes, good work, guys. Bob, were those too easy for you? You look like you smashed through that set. Good stuff. If you're struggling to get all the way up, that's not a problem. Just keep going, fingers to the top of the knees. All right, quick sip of water. We did that round very quickly, so well done, guys. So quick sip of water. We're going to go in for a third round, and then we're just going to do a couple of foot exercises to finish off. All right, so the first one to start again is in that prone position on your stomach. Arms out on the Y. Remember, thumbs pointing up to the roof. Your whole upper body and your head stays on the floor, and it's just the arms and shoulders moving up and down. And you're doing 12 of those for me. Keep those arms nice and straight. Good. Remember, keep your head on the floor. You don't want to bend and strain your neck. Nice. Nice work, guys. From there into your back extension, so you're staying in that position. So you're just going to remember just touching your fingers behind your ears, and now just up, 2, 3, and relax. Still keeping your legs nice and flat on the floor, and you're doing 10 of these. Your head still looking down the whole time, so you've got that neutral head position. Good. Focus on keeping those feet flat. Nice. Get those torsos nice and high up off the ground. Great. From there into your glute bridge. You're doing 12 to 14 reps. Hands up in the air. And it's high, squeezing those glutes nice and tight. Body nice and flat. And nice and easy down. Try and hold each one up for 2 to 3 seconds. And down. You can also dig your heels into the ground a little bit more, so have your toes pointing up. And 12 to 14 reps. Simon, just move your feet away from your bum a little bit. That's it. Good work. Nice, guys. Remember, as you fatigue, you want to focus harder on getting your hips up nice and high. Good job. All right. Don't rush through. For those that are finished, you can go into your mountain climbers. And we're going to do the same as the last set. So alternating. So it's the left knee to the right elbow, right knee to the left elbow. And you're going to do 12 on each side. Watch those hips that you don't rotate. Good. Good work. Keep those hips up though, so you don't want your bum dropping. Squeeze the glutes nice and tight. Pull your belly button in. All right, well done, guys. Into your toe touches. So you're on your back, legs up nice and straight. Remember, legs and hips, they're nice and stationary. And it's just 20 pulses. Breathing out on each one on the way up. Try to get a little bit higher than the sets before. Nice. Don't bring your feet back to your hands. And then from there, straight into your crunch combo. So it's going to be fingers to your knees, elbows to your knees. Remember the rope pulling your chin up towards the roof, chest out, feet on the floor, fingers up, elbows up, and you're doing 20 in total, so 10 on each side. 10 on each side, rather 10 of each combo. Good. Nice. Try to get up a little bit higher each time. If you are struggling to do the full range. Good work. All right, for those of you that are done, you can take your shoes and socks off. Okay, this is where you're going to need your towel. If you have got a tiled surface, would be ideal. If not, again, not the end of the world. And just move my camera into this weird view so you guys get to see my feet. All right, so everyone's watching. So working the right foot. So the first exercise we're going to do is just a toe crunch. So basically all you're going to do is you're going to crunch your toes. You're just bringing the towel towards you each time, okay? Trying to keep your foot nice and flat on the floor. So it's actually just your toes doing the crunching. And you're going to do 12 pulls, 12 crunches on the one side, then rotate, and you can alternate sides. Okay, so just on the one side, 12 crunches. You want to try and keep your arch and your feet nice and flat. So it's just your toes doing the work. I'm going to just come back up so I can see that everyone's getting this right. If you can, obviously angle your camera down so that I can see your feet. I know it's a bit weird. Okay, so feet nice and flat. And it's just the toes crunching back and forth, pulling the towel towards you. Nice. We'll do 12 crunches on each side. Nice work. All right, good job. Okay, if you've done that first set, we'll move on to the next exercise. There's 2 exercises, so we're gonna just alternate between those. All right, we'll bring you back down to foot level. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on just bending the arches up nice and high. So what you wanna try and do, this one gets a little bit more tricky, is you wanna try and have your toes and the ball of your foot flat on the floor, as well as your heel flat on the floor. And you're actually just trying to flex your arch up as high as you can. So there won't be very much movement. And you're trying to flex your arch. You want to try and get the arch up nice and high. Try to keep your toes on the ball of your foot flat on the floor, and then relax. So you want to bend the arch up and relax. All right, and you're going to do 12 of each of those as well. So again, as I mentioned, you don't actually see, there's not very much movement. You don't actually fold your foot up. It's the action that you're trying to do. You're just trying to bend your arch up nice and high, keeping the toes and the ball of your foot flat on the floor. And you're doing 12 on each side. It's probably a little bit more ideal if you are sitting down. So if you do have a chair or a couch or somewhere nearby, that way you can actually just not focus on loading your foot too much and just get the actual movement right. Okay, so don't rush through them. So almost you want to imagine that you're trying to fold your foot up in the middle, but you're keeping your toes and the ball of your foot as flat as you can. That's it. Up and hold, and then relax. Good. All right, if you've moved through both sets, if you've done both feet, we can go back with the towel on the floor, back into the toe crunches. And you're going to do 12 of those rather, on each side. Pulling that towel nice and close towards your foot. Your foot stays still, it's just the toes doing the crunching. Nice, guys. Good stuff. You want to try and do it keeping your leg nice and still. So try not to move your whole leg to just so that you get your toes activated. Nice. And then if you're done with the crunches, you can go back into those foot arches. So again, remember with the foot arches, toes and the ball of your foot, trying to keep flat on the floor, as well as your heel. And you're just flexing the arch up and relax. Good. Nice. And you're doing 12 again on each side. Nice. And don't rush through. Get those arches nice and as high as you can. Good stuff. All right. I'm assuming it's difficult to see if everyone's done or not. Yeah, that's it from my side. Brad? Brad's still there. Looks like we might have lost him. Anyway, guys, yeah, I think we're back on Wednesday at 12 for the next session. Also going to be that's the basic beginner sort of session where we're really going to be focusing on technique. So yeah, I'll have you guys back at 12 o'clock, and then Wednesday afternoon will be the session back with Shona, heading into a little bit more of the serious strength stuff. Oh, Brad, there he is.
Sorry, Dev, my phone rang, and typical male, I can't multitask. So I was watching you doing your foot stretching, and then I looked up and you were finished. So yeah, apologies about that, everyone. Dev, I know you were sort of talking about the strength class, but don't forget the live Q&A tonight as well. It's going to be Devlin and Shona on. So if you've got any questions, please do bring that. That's starting in 2 hours and 13 minutes from now. So that's awesome. And yeah, thank you to everyone who joined us today. Dev, I don't know if there's anything that you wanted to add, but catch up on the live Q&A tonight.
Yep, that's it from me for now. Thanks, guys. Well done. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Cheers, everyone. Stay safe.
Bye.